Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Factorio, where last episode we were, well, for one thing, we were over there. We were making the construction robots to automatically repair everything. They are working away quite happily. They are backed up now with repair kits. I've also added one down here, and one up there, so everywhere that's getting attacked is also getting repaired. I did find that after I put them in that I was running out of power, as I always do, so I've popped in an extra row of these things just to give me a bit more power. You've seen me do that plenty of times. I needed an extra pump because I was running low on water. And am I still? No, 9.8 and stuff is normal, isn't it? Yeah, but now, as you can see, we have absolutely loads. The steam engines are barely working. Those are working at full capacity and actually are just about... That's a major spike. We're barely even using the accumulators anymore. So that's pretty good. They're there if we need them, but there's a lot of power. So we've left this assembly machine, which we didn't really need to use, about to build us our rocket silo. All that we needed was the electrical engine units, which we have. So let's pop those in and just let it work away and build us our rocket silo. And autosave as it does so. So I do know that apart from the rocket silo, I will definitely be needing, amongst many other things, a satellite. That's a lot of low-density structures, solar panels, accumulators, radars, processing units, and rocket fuel. There we go, we have a rocket silo. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to run out of space to put things. Player's inventory is full of junk, really. What could I do? I could set myself building the 5 radars, which I will need, because I will only want the 5. Yeah, I shall. Doesn't really get rid of much from my inventory, though, does it? Let's make us a chest. Plonk it down here and just pop stuff. Go away. Pop stuff in it which I'm probably not going to need in a hurry, but which might be useful just to have around for a bit. And get that up. Get rid of all the concrete again. Alright, the rocket silo. Let us pop this thing down. How big is it? Answer, huge. I could just pop it down here, couldn't I? I could pop it in up here. Actually got loads of room up here, haven't I? I'm going to pop it in up here. Yeah, just there, I think. And let things feed into it. Pop. And just hook it up with a basic one of those. Now that is quite an impressive thing, it must be said. So what do we need? To build this we need low density structures, rocket fuel and rocket control units. So let's start at the beginning. The low density structures. What do we need to make us some low density structures? It is steel, copper and plastic. All of which we have here. To make the rocket fuel, we need the solid fuel. That is way up there, so I'm not going to handle that from here. For this, we need the processing units and speed modules. Those are being made down here. So what I shall do is feed those in from the bottom so I can feed these bits in from the top. That's all I really cared about. So probably 2 or 3 of these. You'll notice I'm not doing any research anymore because I feel like I've researched everything I want to for the time being, and if I stop, as you can see, I am completely and utterly backing up with things. Which is good, things like circuit boards and stuff, because they're not being used anywhere else, because now everything really should go in to actually making this rocket silo. Let's get you out. I'm going to put a line of things up here. 3 of. So let's see, you need it to, in order to make us the low density structures, it is steel, copper, plastic. So, 10 steel, 5 copper, 5 plastic. I'm trying to work out which way to do this. I think I'm going to actually run them like... Yeah, I see how I'm going to run them. So I'm going to want smart inserter remover whatsits facing that way, connected up with power, because power is a great thing to have, but not right there. Get another couple of those on the go, or 12. There we go. So those are going to connect up to that. I need an underground one to get that out. And you will both... Which way is that actually going to go? That you are supposed to grab the copper you place onto the left-hand side. You would, wouldn't you? That's fine. All that I'll have to do is run this that way, and that will be fine, because that one will place it onto the opposite side. You are also going to make me low density whatsits. There we go. You are grabbing plastics. You are one of those. I need some more fast inserters. They'll make up as quickly as they can, so I will busy myself putting those in. Pair of fast inserters. On to the side I want the steel. The steel will come in that way. Just like that. Pop and pop. And what I'll do is I'll use a long arm inserter just to take things down and over that way, and then a fast inserter to insert it into that, I guess. So that comes in, one more of those and one of those. So steel loads quickly. I assume these take a while to make. 30 seconds, whoa. Long arm inserter out, I need another 2 of those. And I also need to connect this all up, just like that. And then we should be getting those in, which will be a very good start. Let's see. Yep, those are making. So the second thing which I wanted were the rocket control units. Rocket control units are going to take processing units and speed modules. Now, I'm not making speed modules automatically, so speed modules are just advanced and electronic circuits. That seems fairly standard by the looks of it. Now, since I am not... I'm done with all this productivity stuff now. Let's get all this out for the minute. It was pretty useless really, but I wanted to make it. All out, all out, all out, all out. Thank you very much. So we're going to need to make some speed modules, are we? So for that, I feel that we will need... 2. Let's run one of these under here. I'm trying to look and see where I can run things. If we run this under here, just out like that, then obviously we will get our bits of these out. I am actually going to just divert it round that, because it'll just be a pain to move about. Right, just like that. We are going to want... Obviously we do still need things to come this way, but really not into one of those, are we? So we can allow that to just back up, I think, because we don't need a supply going that way. Damage occurring, but it should be fine. Splitter, I think. Let's split this off to... Where is my splitter? There is my splitter. You are going to split things off that way. That's in completely the wrong place. Split things off that way. So things will loop around and come up that way. And simultaneously... Actually, let's just make this really, really stupid. Because why not? Because it doesn't really matter how far you run it, does it? So... that comes in like that. I just happen to have come in at just the wrong point, don't I? Let's run it that way, and that way like that. And then I can plop down a smart inserter, which is going to put the normal circuit boards on the opposite side. Just like that. So I want you to pull the normal circuit boards onto the other side of that. Then all I have to do is run you down here like this. Probably not really that far, but does it matter? Pop in a couple of those. Couple of fast inserters in. You are going to be making for me basic speed modules. Now please just tell me it was the basic speed modules and nothing worse. It is just the basic speed modules. Good. So you get made, and I want to turn you into those. So I need to add processing units. So the processing units are coming up there. And I could really use them going out and coming in somewhere else. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to run these around underneath and onto the other side. So you're going to go under there as far as possible, then under there as far as possible. And then I want you to go under there as far as possible as well. So you're going to go under there, those join up anyway, and you are going to be a fast inserter pulling things out of there. Onto the left hand side, that just works out anyway, which is great. Don't need that anymore because that's too far down. So you come in like that. With those on that side, then just smart inserter everything out. Whereas that attack plate can place up north, that's fine as long as nothing gets too damaged. You have no power, just pop that in there. And there we go, we've got those and those on that line. So all I should need to do is run this up here. I think I will just run them straight up here like this. I don't know why there's no more coming through. Why are there no more coming? Oh, of course, it's those that aren't coming through yet, because they're going to take ages to start coming through, basically. So one of those, I'm going to want two of these. So that's one. I've only got one, haven't I? So a second one. Pulling things in from this side with a bit of power. Which probably means I've run out of these yet again. There we go. Into there. And out of there. So what you are going to make is the rocket control units. You are making rocket control units. You are also making rocket control units. And these will just have to wait until they get made, won't they? Then this just comes straight up here. Straight up here and feeds straight into that. I bet I'm just out of range for that, aren't I? Of course I am, but there we go. So that's these and those now being able to be fed in. That is a low density structure. A rocket part is 10 low density structures, 10 rocket fuel and 10 control units. Fantastic. So let's run over here to where my fuel is. Now my fuel really is completely the wrong side of the map. And I do mean completely and utterly the wrong side of the map. It is up here somewhere, isn't it? Here is my solid fuel. So this is solid fuel. What I actually want is rocket fuel. Each rocket fuel comes from 10 solid fuels. So I really might just as well make these up here, mightn't I? I cannot make enough assembly machines because I am out of iron. So let's grab some more iron. It's not like it's a big worry to grab iron. Then I can make a second one. Run all the way back up here to wherever this is. It's here, isn't it? So I think I'll just take straight out of these. No, that's a bad idea. What I should do is do this properly, make up another few of those, pull out onto a conveyor, which will run down like that, which will pull into a pair of these, which will run down on a conveyor, and into another little chest, which can sit here. Just like that. So power those up. Pop one there. I need some more fast inserters. And all I want you to do for me is turn this into fuel, if you would. So this obviously will take some time. So the next question is there any good way at all to get things from up here all the way down there? Now I could run a piece of conveyor. That way is a terrible, terrible, terrible way to go. How about going north? Kind of go on the north side of this. This will run me through all of this, but that is at least possible. I can run it down here, under here, and I'll actually be in the right sort of area, won't I? Can run under there. Yep. Yep, that's going to be what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, I think. So let's just grab us up a load more of your ye old basic this. Let's just have a quick look and see what it takes to get to a fast one, because I haven't made a fast one. It just takes extra iron gear wheels. Iron gear wheels I should have tons of. I do. So let's just make up a ton of those. You are aware... What are you doing? Did I just not have quite enough iron gear wheels? Well, whatever. Let's see if we can get this going something like through this. I shall be very, very, very impressed if we can. So, where are we coming from? We're coming from here. So there's no real need to put it into that if we can just run it underneath here. So, fancy, fancy, super speedy one. As soon as I step on this, I'm just going to be going for miles, aren't I? Up there, under there. How is that doing? It really is running out of oil, isn't it? But I don't need... They really are running out of oil. Fortunately, I don't need lots more oil. Which is a very, very good thing, because that's going to be a pain very soon. Coming down here... Just run it along the edge of the water, I guess. Then over to run alongside that. I think it's best off coming that way down. It's going to have to... Well, no, it isn't going to have to do that, actually. Let's run it this way. This is not the most efficient way of doing it, obviously. Right, and now we are actually going to have to go underneath things. So we're going to have to go underneath that, pop out here. Then where on earth are we going? We're going to go that way. Actually, we don't have to go under there, do we? Because we can go left. Follow the edge of the water. We can't. Well, we can, but I'm going to have to move this down and in like that. So that's going to go in that way, then we don't have to do any silliness. Then down under and around the edge. Then it's probably worthwhile coming... No, 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 and thrice no. Right, coming down this way, going underneath here. So now where am I? I'm there. So I should be able to run this straight under there. Run this down beside those and off that way. That's wrong, that's correct. This is good. Then I just have to run it underneath here. You know, this might actually work, and we're going to end up there with things even to spare. Now, isn't that something? Pop one of those in there, give it some power, and it can. Power? How do I always use all those up? So there's the power. There is how to get it out. Then all I have to do is run all the way up here. A long way back. That's quite hard to run against, apparently. Take that out. Take all of these out. Apparently dig up some ore there. Wasn't that a long time ago since I last had to do that? Did I actually get a bit of ore there? Can't see that I did. Right, why are you no longer working? It is because it takes 30 seconds to craft, what, 1 rocket fuel? Jeez, and we need 10 of those? Okay, that is going to take quite a bit of doing. That is going to take an awful lot of doing, and we're going to need a lot more of those. But guys, I think that will be it for this episode. What I'm going to do is just fine-tune this system. I assume that these are all coming down okay. They all appear to be. Fine-tune the system a bit so that, as you can see, this one's actually backed up. So we are getting way too many of those. And these just aren't coming through at all. So yep, fine-tune the system and leave it running for a bit. So, thank you very much for watching. We are getting very close to the end of this series now. Yep, these are being loaded. So I do hope you enjoyed, and I do hope to see you once again next time when this should be getting somewhere near full. Thank you, and goodbye.